Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, wait, where did it all go? You didn't buy anything crazy, no vacations, no big splurges, but somehow you're broke. Again, you're not bad with money, but your brain is built to mismanage it. Let's expose the hidden psychology that's draining your wallet without you even realizing. Your brain wasn't designed for the modern financial world. It evolved to help you survive scarcity, not manage abundance. So when you get paid, your brain celebrates. But when you save, it feels like a loss. That's loss aversion. We feel twice the pain of losing $100 than the joy of gaining it. So even though you know you should save or invest, your brain screams, no, that feels like losing. And so, ... You spend micro-dash scenario. 1. You walk into a store for toothpaste. You leave with $45 worth of stuff. How the toothpaste aisle ends in a limited time offer shelf. Your brain says, if I don't grab this now, I'm missing out. That's FOMO, fear of missing out, weaponized against your wallet. Micro scenario 2. You see a pair of headphones for $299, right next to a similar one for $499. Suddenly $299 feels reasonable. That's anchoring bias. Your brain compares, not thinks critically. Every spending decision you make is emotional first, rational later. Why do budget apps often fail? Because they fight logic against emotion. Emotion wins. Why do you swipe the card even when you know your balance is low? Because your brain prioritizes immediate gratification over long-term safety. This is temporal discounting. Your brain devalues future rewards. And here's the kicker. Advertisers, apps, and retailers know this. They design environments that exploit these exact biases. You're not choosing to mismanage your money. You're being nudged psychologically. So now you know your brain isn't wired to make smart money decisions. But here's the good news. You can outsmart it with a few psychological tweaks. 1. Add friction to spending. Your brain loves easy. The easier it is to spend, the faster it happens without thinking. So make it harder. Delete saved cards from shopping. Apps turn off one-click purchase. Add a 24-hour, a cooling-off rule before buying non-essentials. Friction creates space, and space leads to better decisions. 2. Automate the good stuff if your brain resists saving. Take it out of the equation. Set up auto transfers. The moment your salary hits, label the account Future Freedom. This reframes saving as gain, not loss. You don't need more discipline. You need fewer decisions. 3. Use visual anchors. To shift perception, your brain compares everything. So control what it compares against. Want to spend $200 on new shoes? First, look at what $200 could do in your investment app. Seeing growth visuals or compound charts resets your value. Lens. This rewires your brain to feel reward from saving. It's not just spending. 4. Create micro rewards for smart behavior. Your brain craves dopamine, so give it some. But on your terms. After skipping a takeout meal, transfer the $15 to savings. And celebrate it. Track small wins on a visual progress bar or calendar. Gamify your growth, because what gets rewarded gets repeated. Money management isn't about math. It's about psychology. If you keep relying on willpower, you'll lose. But if you understand your brain's shortcuts and set traps for them, not against them, you win without even thinking about it. So the next time you feel that urge to spend, ask yourself, is this me? Or just my brain doing what it's always done? Because once you see the pattern, you can break it. You can be intelligent, educated, even financially literate, and still be broke. Why? Because intelligence doesn't equal immunity from money. Bias, in fact. Smart people are more likely to rationalize bad financial decisions. Let's unpack why smart people trust their thinking, and that's the trap. They say things like, I'll pay off the debt later, I know what I'm doing. This stock is a smart move. I've done the research. I can handle a little lifestyle inflation. I earn enough. But overconfidence bias blinds you to risk and blind spots. You think you're the exception, but your brain is running the same code as everyone else. the smarter and more successful you become. The easier it is to justify spending. You say, I've earned this. This is an investment in my image. This will motivate me to work harder, and suddenly your income grows, but your expenses grow faster. Wealth isn't about what you make, it's about what you keep, and the smarter you are, the more creative your justifications become. Smart people need systems, not just smarts. Track your decisions, not just your outcomes. Set financial guardrails, like max percent, for discretionary spending. Share your plans with someone who'll challenge you, not just cheer you on, because awareness without accountability is just another bias. Being smart won't protect you from money, mistakes, but being honest about your biases will. The key isn't to think harder, it's to design a system that protects you from your own brain. So here's the challenge. Ask yourself, am I being smart or just being clever? Because when it comes to money, clever is broke. Disciplined is rich. You think you're making adult money decisions? Many of them were programmed in you before you turned 10. Your spending, your saving, your guilt around money, your fear of not having enough, they're not just habits. They're trauma responses. Let's get real about the emotional blueprint that's still running the show. If you grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, we can't afford that, or silence because no one talked about money at all, then you've been handed a money script, a subconscious belief system that shapes how you think, feel, and act around money, often without realizing it. Some people become chronic overspenders to rebel against scarcity. Others become obsessive savers out of fear of repeating the past. Neither is conscious. Both are emotional. You get an unexpected bonus. Instead of saving it, you instantly upgrade your phone, clothes, or weekend plans. Why? Because deep down, you still feel like money disappears. So you better enjoy it before it's gone. That's not poor planning. That's a scarcity imprint from childhood. Neuroscience shows that emotional trauma rewires how we handle risk, reward, and stress. If your childhood was marked by financial instability, if your brain adapted, you may avoid looking at your bank statements, not out of laziness, but from learned helplessness. You might reject financial planning because it triggers anxiety, not because you're bad with money, but because money once meant conflict, fear, or shame. This is financial PTSD, and it's way more common than we admit. First, identify your money story. Ask, what did I learn about money growing up? How did my parents talk about it or not talk about it? What emotions come up when I think about saving, spending, or asking for more? Second, rewrite it. Literally journal a new money script. I am allowed to have more than enough. Saving is safe, not a punishment. Money is a tool, not a threat. Third, create new reference points. Surround yourself with healthy financial influences. Track wins. Not just goals. Celebrate smart choices. Even if they feel uncomfortable at first, you're not broken. You're conditioned, and the moment you see your money behavior is emotional, not rational, you stop judging yourself and start reprogramming yourself. Because healing your money story, that's where real financial freedom begins. You finally decide to save money. You skip the new shoes. You make coffee at home. You transfer $100 into savings. And somehow it feels bad, restrictive, like you just lost something. You're not alone. You're experiencing loss. Aversion, one of the most powerful psychological forces in money management. In your brain, spending equals reward. It's immediate, tangible. You get a dopamine hit right away. But saving, it's invisible. It feels like money is just gone. No reward, no feedback, no emotional payoff. So your brain codes it as a loss, not a win. And because we're wired to avoid loss more than we seek gain, saving feels like pain even when it's rational. You walk past a new gadget that costs $120. You resist the urge. You save that money by not spending it. But your brain doesn't throw a party. It doesn't say nice move. It says nothing, because there's no emotional receipt for money not spent. This is the core flaw. in how our brains handle long-term thinking. Behavioral economists have studied this deeply. Here's what they've found. When rewards are delayed, your brain discounts their value. This is called temporal discounting. When rewards are uncertain, like future retirement, your brain feels less motivated. That's why spending today greater than saving for someday. So unless you build visible, emotional feedback into your saving behavior, it won't stick. 1. Make saving visual. Use a chart, a tracker, a progress bar. When your brain sees growth, it starts associating saving with progress, and that feels good too. Label your accounts with emotional outcomes. Didn't save into generic savings. Try Dream Trip, Freedom Fund, or Quit My Job Plan. Words trigger feelings. Feelings drive behavior. 3. Create instant reward. Loops every time you save. Do something tiny but rewarding. Play a win sound. Move the money with a swipe. Log it in an app that gives visual praise. Your brain needs to feel something. Make saving feel like winning. It's not losing. You earn more, but somehow you never get ahead. Your paycheck disappears faster than you expect. No matter what you do, it feels like you're stuck in a loop. Why can't you break free from living paycheck to paycheck? The answer isn't just about money. It's about the mental traps wired deep inside you. As income rises, expenses often rise too, almost automatically. You think, I deserve nicer things. This is just part of success. I'll cut back later. But what happens? Your spending balloons and savings vanish. This isn't just poor willpower. It's identity-driven spending. Your brain equates lifestyle with self-worth and social status, making it hard to say no. Humans are wired for social comparison. We want to look successful to peers, family, even strangers. That means spending on things that show status, cars, clothes, gadgets often beyond means. It feels good short-term, but it traps you in a cycle where you need more income just to keep up appearances. If you grew up with scarcity, you'll never have enough echoes in your subconscious. That fear anchors your financial decisions. Even when money comes in, your brain pushes you to spend quickly to avoid losing it. This creates a mental urgency that sabotages saving and investment. Reframe your identity, define success beyond possessions. Try, I am valuable because of who I am, not what I own. Practice mindful spending before every purchase. Ask, does this align with the life I want? Pause, reflect, don't react. Create social accountability. Share goals with a trusted friend or community who values financial health. Peer pressure can work for you. Visualize financial freedom daily. Your brain needs constant reminders of why you're saving. Vision boards, journaling, or quick daily affirmations help rewire scarcity thinking. Breaking paycheck to a paycheck. It's not about more money. It's about breaking invisible mental chains. Once you see these subconscious traps, you gain the power to step off the hamster wheel. Ask yourself, am I spending to live or living to spend? Because the answer will change everything. Willpower is overrated. You don't need to try harder to manage money better. You need a system that does the heavy lifting for you even when motivation fades because willpower runs out. But the system never does. Your brain is wired for shortcuts and habits. When you rely on willpower, you're fighting biology. But when you build habits and automate decisions, your brain does the work subconsciously. Imagine saving, budgeting, and investing all happening without a battle every month. Automation automates savings, bill payments, and investments. Out of sight, out of mind, but working constantly. Environment design makes spending harder and saving easier. Remove saved cards from apps. Unsubscribe from tempting emails. Freeze credit cards. Habit stacking. Tie new money habits to existing routines. For example, every morning coffee plus 5 minutes checking your budget app. Regular reviews schedule monthly. Check-ins to adjust your system without guilt or pressure. You get paid before you even see the money. 20% transfers automatically to savings. Bills pay themselves on time. Investments grow quietly in the background. You never have to decide to save. Your system just does it. You don't need to be perfect. You just need a system that keeps moving you forward, no matter how you feel. Because managing money isn't a test of willpower. It's a design problem. And when you design it right, you win without even thinking. Here's the truth. You can control your financial future without constant struggle. Stop relying on being good or trying harder. Start building a money system that works with your brain so your money grows, your stress shrinks, and your freedom expands. If you're ready to build your system, hit subscribe for more psychology-based money strategies and tell us in the comments.